Okay, so again, we are doing Does My Smile Confuse You? And this is, again, not a podcast. We call it a chapter. That is my producer, Rain, soon to be Ruko, my last name, future bride. That is her wish that we call them chapters. So this chapter for Does My Smile Confuse You? My friend Tony is here, very fortunately, and second go around with Tony. And when he came in, very spontaneous, I just asked him a question. It is based on a Oscar Wilde quote. Is an idea, Oscar Wilde feels an idea is not worth dying for. So I asked Tony, I said, well, Tony, I said, is an idea, in your opinion, worth dying for? And he immediately said yes. So we have a difference. Oscar Wilde said no, Tony says yes. And then I asked you, I think, Tony, to not give me an example, but you said,
Well, you said kind of vacillating, I think is the word you used.
masturbating?
Yeah.
No, vacillating, yeah. But I
I
do a lot of vacillation.
And I was like, and I just said the most honest thing that came to me, which was, well, there's ideas worth living for.
Yeah, that's a nice inverse, reverse, perverse. There are ideas worth living for, which got me to think, because I told you there's where it came in, vacillate. I'm on the fence sometime. And then, well, you take somebody like Albert Einstein, who said, if you can't explain an idea to a 6-year-old, then it's not worth, or your grandmother, you're not doing your homework.
You want to know what my favorite Albert Einstein quote is?
What?
It's not the imagination one, even though that's one of our good ones.
Imagination is greater than knowledge.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right.
But mine is, if you teach a goldfish to try to climb a tree, it'll think it's stupid its whole life.
I mean, I've never even heard that.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Well, I've never even heard that. So this, over the weekend, that's why this got me going with the idea of the show, which has never been done, selling the idea of Comic Sense, far superior to Common Sense. The idea of that, I think everybody
It's an evolution.
knows. Yeah, the evolution of really understanding where we're headed and how serious we are, but we're trying to have fun with something I feel is the most serious subject of all. So Rain was given this pillow over the weekend from her new girlfriend. This pillow says, this is the pillow, so she could keep it hand-stitched. This is a horrible idea. What time should I be there? So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is the fun. Then I read in one of our favorite books, The Reverse Engineering of the Mind, where three gentlemen, we're going to reference this book a lot over the months, our time together. Listen to this, and this is almost a definition of comic sense, humor, and all this stuff. Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. This I have to put on my glasses to read it. In many jokes and stories, this phrase came to epitomize the rueful apology of a dunce, a sign of stupidity, but in fact, we should appreciate it as the pillar of wisdom that it is. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. And again, repeat. Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. Now, how many thousands of times have you and your friends said, you thought, I got a great idea, let's do this, let's do that, led to trouble?
That's the story of my life.
It's the story of all of our lives. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Do you have a story that you want to share, since we haven't talked about this, that anyone that comes to mind? I mean, it seemed like a good idea at the time. When was the last time you did that? Let's say I'll give you one. It seemed like a good idea at the time. So Rain, our producer, my fiance, she says, and I keep referencing her because she's afraid to speak just yet. She's got the sore throat.
Of course.
Great idea. this party. It's 3 months in the future. Tuxedo, all this whole thing. It's in a mansion that belonged to.
Oh, I got mine. I just
You
thought
got
of
it. Okay, good. You got that belonged to Taylor Swift. Let's say I don't know some old mansion. Now, okay, tuxedo's 3 months away. So girls, he's looking forward to getting dressed up and all this. The last thing I want to do is put on a monkey suit. So we go to
You
this
look
party.
good in a good monkey suit.
Yeah,
though.
right. Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. And I said,
Right.
okay, you know what? I haven't gotten dressed. I'm a beach bum in 30 years. Sure, I'll put on a monkey suit, a nice tuxedo. And she said, well, why don't we get velvet? Well, better yet,
Hey.
emerald green. Beautiful. We go to this place. We make a big deal out of this great idea to go to this killer party.
Yeah.
Now, with the people we've known for a while, we've seen them at our favorite restaurant all the time. They're like, he's turning 30.
Yeah.
Okay, it's his birthday party. Okay, all right. So we were interrupted by what was that, Tony? An apt alarm?
Yeah, it's an app. It's an alarm
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Tells me to look at it.
Yeah.
So I'm controlled. I'm being yelled at by my phone.
That's all right, because everything is improvisation on this show, so it doesn't matter. So I'll get back to whatever story, and hopefully they.
We were talking about it seemed like a good idea at the time, and it was about the velvet suit.
Seemed a good idea at the time. Going to this party 3 months in advance. We're planning
We're
ahead.
back, baby.
Emerald velvet suits. We go all out. $1,500, not cheap. I mean, so we spent money.
Oh wow, was
The
it
people
tailored?
we knew was 30-year-old.
How-
It's his birthday.
What do you think about tailored suits?
Well, I don't know. I like
You
him
don't
now.
think-
I mean, I like him now. I own 2 of them. So I better like him. I spent $3,000 or $4,000 or whatever the hell I did.
Right,
And, oh, by the
right.
way, velvet, because it's a different material. I don't want to get off on a sidebar,
Right.
but yeah, it's a whole different thing. Feel on a suit.
Got it.
And tighter. They fit tighter. The material's different. Anyhow, so this party finally comes to fruition. It's the night of. Seemed like a great idea. Well, Rain did not read on the invitation because it's a mansion up in the Hollywood Hills and the roads are so narrow, there's only one way up, one way down.
Oh,
We drive. We're so
So-
brilliant. An hour and 50 minutes we're in the car in these velvet monkey suits, and I'm choking and gagging. My blood pressure's off the chart. I said, Rain, give me a Xanax right now or I'm going to crash this car. I'm really pissed. We get to the party, we can't get up. All the other Ubers on the invitation, it said, come by Uber. You will not be able to approach the gate, the door, the this, the that. We overlooked that one. Our
the
great
small, minor.
detail.
Detail.
And this great idea is already in the toilet. I'm ready to kill before we get to the party. I'm like shaking. I said, you go to the party. I'm so pissed. I'm starting to rip my bow tie off. I said, call an Uber, take me home. We park. We have to go 2 miles down in Hollywood.
Oh
You
my
can't park.
God.
No, you're going to love it. So we park it like a mile down the street. We're standing in the street in our monkey suits, calling for an Uber to take us a mile away to the party.
Yeah.
Okay, we get to the party. Now, they won't let anybody in the house. Okay?
Okay.
So you have 300 people all dressed to the nines,
Outside.
all that went crazy. And it's an outside mansion. So you've got grass interwoven. And these girls, they're walking around in high heels and tripping and falling because their
they're getting
heels are
stuck in
sticking
the-
in the grass. The music, they hire a disc jockey. This is right when we arrived.
Oh my.
The disc jockey is playing so loud, the neighbors, it's only 9, 10 o'clock, whatever. The neighbors have already called all the police. It's a friggin' nightmare. We arrived.
What a great idea.
I'm going to shorten this story. I had to pee because I've been in the car for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
The bathroom I hit my head on. They have one bathroom for 300 people outside. It's not an outhouse. It's a little add-on built thing for like the maid's quarters downstairs. I'm in there. I hit my head,
God.
almost knocked myself out. I can't wait to get out of here.
You're knocked out in the.
No, it seemed like a good idea at the time. So I'm thinking about the thousands of
God.
times and why you need to be able to laugh at yourself. I'm
Perfect.
sitting here. We got out of here. The food sucked. I thought at least, it was 8 o'clock. I asked her 20 times. I said, Rain, are you going to have good food? I ain't going to the party unless it's catered, having good food or whatever. And she said, oh yeah, we got everything wrong. The great idea, all the ideas of the suit, the whole thing. Here's the best part. We go to get our car because it's Hollywood. It got towed.
Oh no!
I mean,
What?
you think you can't laugh at life? I am telling you, it's insane. And I want to hear your version of your great idea.
Mine was I'm studying for this real estate exam,
Okay.
and see, I'm thinking about the silver lining because I think there's a silver lining there too.
Comic sense is the silver lining.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Humor is the silver lining. But
That's
go
what I'm
ahead.
saying. Some of these stories, it's like you just laugh about it at the end of it. But this one for me was more like a learning thing, which was I printed out the company that you take the test with online. You get these flashcards, and it's about 35 pages of flashcards. You have to cut out yourself, and the first. And it's, yeah, you got to do all the work.
Well, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Cut them out yourself. Yeah.
I'm
Right.
like, but for me, I'm just like, no, this will be. I got it. Like, it'll be cool. I'm gonna learn while I'm doing it, and I'm cutting them out. And you would think that when someone lines up the papers, where it's like the front page is the words, and then the page behind it is the definitions that match up behind it.
Oh, I
So
see.
you could cut it
Okay,
out, put it together. Well, guess what? I'm about 115 of these cards.
Cutting them out.
Cutting them out, gluing them together, and I realized that on the page in the front and the page in the back, the definitions, they're inverted. So they're all wrong. All of them are wrong.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I spent an hour and a half getting to that point, and I looked at myself and I said, oh my God, I cannot believe I just screwed this up. I thought this would have been a great idea to do this.
It's endless. It's
Yeah.
endless.
And that was just 2 days ago.
Here's a great idea. I'm gonna reference this book that I have in front of me. That see if you embrace this idea that life is a game, and he or she that can play it and really have fun with it is always going to be the winner, and is always going to be happy.
Yeah.
And I think when we talk about sense of humor and sense of play and comic sense, because no one, and people may not believe this, and I know you don't believe this of me, but you know it's true. I wrote in the beginning of my book that my life was 99% failure because I had a lot of great ideas that I thought, and that includes maybe I'm really tired and it's 11 o'clock, but I'm gonna go play at that pickup game. And I was a star athlete in school. So about 11:15, I got there because it was during the UCLA, so we had all the best players. So I went to the gym at 11:15, never got hurt, and I was having a big growth spurt. This is from 15 to 16.
What was that growth spurt?
It was almost 6 inches in
Oh, my
one year. So I go to the gym at 11:45 to get in one last game, exhausted, and I'm growing, which is the problem. I got my first serious injury where I tore my ACL and my meniscus because I was tired. I thought it was a great idea to go play, jump around. I hadn't had enough. And those are, that daring, sharing, caring, taking risks, all that stuff, and playing all day long as I do. So the more you play, greatest idea ever. Because I think the universe, remember I shared this with Russell, the universe above us is a play. The universe inside of us is play. So when people are looking for meaning, I think that meaning comes through play. I think that play is creativity. I think having sex, having children, play starts with sex. And then what do children do best? Play. And we should all be reminded of how we began this insane mission.
How did you gravitate toward these ideas?
Well, that was innate. That was instinctual. I just followed my instincts because my mom and dad and my brother and my extended family, they were perfectionists. So I was a genius with the baseball. There wasn't anything I couldn't do with the baseball, and I was big for my.
But that was the only thing you could do.
It really was. I mean, it's not a joke. I couldn't change a light bulb. My dad said, "Son, come over here. I want to teach you how to build this and do that model airplane." I go, "Dad, I have no interest. I got to go to the park." So we had conflict. Another way.
He's like, "Come build this and release," and you go, "I can't release
No,
with a hammer and a nail."
I got to go. So I had to fight Mom, Dad, and everybody else to be true to my nature.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I did right. But so I was this incredible kid with a disability. I slept with my glove, with the baseball oiled in the glove, under my pillow with my dirty baseball bat. I mean, I was
You were
consumed.
fearless.
Yeah, everybody, he said, all the greatest people, obsession.
Yeah.
You see, a bad idea. Shouldn't be obsessed. Well, some of the greatest people that ever lived were obsessed.
Michael Jordan.
They stuck with that. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Gandhi, maybe, I don't know. The list is pretty long of people that had a great idea and committed to it and got obsessed with it.
Yeah.
So I really think that life is a game. And here's another thing that Peterson talks about. The back end is life is sorrow, overcome it. So sadness, sorrow. How does one, the idea of humor and comic sense, comedy, the ability to laugh at ourselves, is that not the greatest idea? Isn't that a shortcut to self-knowledge, self-awareness, to wisdom? I mean, because we're all going to fail. I mean, just because I fail more than anybody else, I just had more practice.
Well, because you failed,
I'm laughing at myself.
you had to get rid of the ego.
I had to get the.
You had to get rid of it because otherwise, you were ahead of your time when it came to just trying to be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Because I think it's hard for a lot of people to do that because as tribal creatures,
I found that out.
we're just so
Yeah.
we want to be loved by the tribe.
And the mom and dad want you to do this and be like me and be like this, and they want to put you in a box and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So I only did it because it was instinctual. And I did it against my better judgment, bad idea. Mm-hmm. And I did it when I had serious injuries and I kept playing, which only led me to more injuries, compensating for a bad shoulder, a bad knee. So I really learned through our other pain is the great teacher. You know, I spent so much time in pain. And it's funny for our audience, I'm talking to Tony now and he's got his foot in a boot. You tell him.
I tore my Achilles.
You tore your Achilles how many months ago?
Month and a half.
Yeah, so I talk to Tony all the time and try and keep his spirit up.
Yeah.
And it was the child spirit in me, and I believe everybody that's the only way I relate to people. I don't relate to them, as we talked about, I think there's two kinds of people, childish and childlike. And by the way, people, you're seeing it big time, what's going on in the world, and politics, and the scum. Cream doesn't always rise, people. And these people that seek, don't talk politics, but we know what's going on. They're childish, and they're sick, twisted, you know what. But childlike are all you great artists out there, all you great parents that know about creativity and staying hungry and staying in a state of awe and wonder.
Humility.
And humility. You know, so it takes a lot of pain and it takes a lot of sorrow and it takes sadness, but it also takes, like you said, Tony, most people won't face their pain. We're our own worst enemies. We always talk about that.
Yeah.
And I made that discovery early on because of me taking these risks.
Yeah. You know, I know a guy who really lies to himself.
Yeah.
He really lies to
He's
himself.
good at it, huh?
He's good at it. He believes his own BS.
Yeah.
And
He should run for office.
no, he shouldn't.
No, he should. Well, we need
But,
another.
you know,
we need another.
He'd probably do well in the way it goes. I mean, he'd probably win.
I'm sorry.
You know?
I just slipped.
But
out.
when I told him about it, he goes, "You're not I go, "You're the easiest person to lie to." You know, speaking, just generally,
yeah,
but kind of specifically, And he was like, "No, you're not the easiest person to lie to. I can lie to anybody." And in my mind, I'm like,
He's proud of that.
"Yeah, yeah." And in my mind, I'm like, there we go again. I mean, it proves it right there.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're not the easiest person to lie to. You're proving the point.
That to me is just,
It's gross.
it's gross.
But he's come from a bad childhood.
Well, that's the
And
problem.
I think when you talk about play and the child and everything like that, that is such a sacred moment in someone's life that,
Here's the problem with wisdom and comic sense and having compassion and empathy, which is the ultimate, and you know this as an actor, that playing all these different characters as you do, as you will, and you always hear, I used to love the show Inside the Actor's Studio.
me too.
Now that was a good idea.
Yeah.
That was a really good idea. And a lot of people, they say, "What do you want to listen to those people? All they do is talk about themselves." Yeah, yeah. But they're talking about what? Human behavior. It's all about human behavior.
And they're also saying their story, and it inspires people that it's possible.
Exactly. And their broken homes and all that stuff that
Yeah.
you're talking about, you know, and they're looking for attention and love and all that stuff. Because we all come into the world wanting attention, you know, but you
Yeah.
always have to know a person's intention. Something else we talk about. And that's the thing that we're trying to convey, why a sense of humor is so important, because I can't tell you, I should be the most distrustful person in the whole world. And yet every year I've lived, this is how stupid I am. I become more, no, but I become more trusting. Because I tell Rain all the time, I said, wisdom. I said, you can't be a wise person, I don't believe, without love and trust in the equation. It's virtually impossible.
Why do you say that?
I can't see it. Because for me to have wisdom, I've got to love you because I want to really listen. I want to understand. I want to absorb like the child, you know. So I could be fooled, which I was, by coaches and teachers and liars like your friend. I get pulled in. So I haven't even gotten smart enough to separate how much love I have. My other title, Love is All the Confidence You Need. So I have to be trusting to let you in because I believe you. In other words, I'm looking at a 3-year-old. Remember our two little tenets? Talk up to people,
Yeah.
not down, which most people do. What's the first question that every grown-up says to a kid when you're their kid, whoever kid it is, they go, how old are you? 3.5. They always have to get with the half in there. Why? Because they can't wait to grow up.
Right.
Kids, forget it. We never grow up.
We didn't get the answers.
we never grow up. You either grow up to be childish or you stay childlike.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
It is interesting to see people and just think about it. It's just like age is just layers of time over that little kid.
Yes. It's just, I like that. It's just layers of time.
Yeah.
And time is, the more you can laugh at life, time is on your side, man.
Ooh, ain't that the truth?
Because, baby, you get to be of a certain age. You know what they say, getting old ain't for pussies? Man, I'll tell you, those aches and pains you had when you were young or the sports injuries, and boy, I feel bad. You watch some of these world-class athletes and football players, like 50 years old, they're completely crippled.
Yeah.
I mean, so nobody understands it. Remember that other book that I lost, one of the thousands of books I lost in the fire, the Palisades fire? Deep Play?
Oh, I got it at my house.
Yeah, so...
I got to bring that in.
Bring that in. Our next show, let's do Deep Play.
I love to.
Promise me, because...
We should also do free play.
Oh, we'll do both of them together.
We should.
But Deep Play is fascinating to me because people, their nervous system, my nervous system, I know this, I don't need science, they could prove it, got used to pain and laughing at my pain. I had to move forward, to play. So the nervous system, that's why a lot of people are masochists or sadistic or this and that, you take it far enough, they actually get used to that. It sounds sick. And I guess in a way, I had a sickness that I couldn't control myself from playing sports and playing I was possessed.
Well, it was the freedom it gave you.
It was the freedom. It was the sweat.
Yeah.
You want an out of body experience? Exhaust the body. Where you play, you've had these experiences where you play, you can't even get liquid into your mouth.
The best.
The best feeling.
Because you're not even thinking.
It's great or high. It's probably like doing heroin. Why they love heroin the first time.
It's what I love about playing basketball.
Yeah.
There's just something about playing basketball, that game, that just transports you into a dance, competitive. There's a community involved in it because you're playing with other people. I mean, it's just an incredible game to play at the gym.
Again, an idea. Just imagine the Wright brothers. I got this idea. Why don't we fly like those birds? Oh, you're out of your mind.
You'll never do that.
Fool, jackass. That's the worst idea.
You'll kill yourself.
It's the worst idea I've ever heard. And by the way, what did I say? Some people, I think more people would agree with you that an idea is worth dying for because they're children. That's an idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it's procreation and it's natural, it's nature, but it's still an idea.
It's not only an idea, those kids become their parents' ideas.
Exactly. Or the idea of what they want.
Oh my God, that's even
The worst.
That's the problem. That's why
vicariously living through your
That's probably why kids revolt, is because they reach an impasse where their thoughts and their ideas and their identity meets an impasse of what their parents.
Oh wow.
That's actually kind of cool.
Well, it's kind of amazing. I mean, we're actually talking about really important shit.
Yeah.
Because it is. But that's, I don't understand. I remember when I grew up and I was lucky to have really, the old joke, if you want to become smart, hang around people smarter than you. That was not a problem for me. I had absolutely no problem because where I grew up in the Palisades, all my friends went to Harvard, Stanford, Yale. Right. I barely made out of high school. So my posse that I hung with, they were the best athletes of the school. They were the class president. All the shit I didn't want any part of.
Right.
I just give me to the beach, give me to the gym to shoot, play, whatever it was. And so I would hang around all these guys that were so brilliant and so amazing. And for the rest of my life, I had the luxury, like Russell and all these people I introduced you to, the fun of sitting around like the Greeks and the philosophers of old. We'd sit for hours every afternoon. I started the Breakfast Club, went on for 30 years. It started with 3 people. We ended up taking over the entire restaurant because people couldn't wait to drink this great coffee, this black coffee. We swear it was laced with acid. And they had these cinnamon rolls that were just the greatest. So you dip
Where
it
was this?
between the coffee. It was Nat's Coffee Shop on 4th Street, Santa Monica.
And this was every morning.
Oh, yeah. And we got speaking of another great idea, the guy that, the movie star, Dallas. Dallas, the famous TV series from, I guess.
Yeah.
But the guy, he was around for a long time.
Is it Don John?
I forget his name, but he was a big actor, so he could get away with it. He'd come to Nat's every morning with his other actor friends. And in those days, you could smoke in a restaurant.
Right.
So he couldn't stand smoke. And he gave us the idea because we were all athletes and some of the guys smoked, but most of the girls, the guys didn't smoke. He'd bring a turbo fan, one of these fans, he'd plug it in, and they catered to him because he was a star.
Yeah.
So he had his own table, and he'd just put the fan facing whoever the fuck smoked and just blow the shit. So we got the idea. We brought these little mini fans, and we all had mini fans, the whole thing. Within 2 years, they implemented the back part of the restaurant, no smoking. And then eventually, of course, they eradicated it completely.
Yeah.
But you could smoke on airplanes.
I mean, that must have been...
And doctors did the commercials. Right. Talk about a bad idea.
This is what I'm saying. The stuff that we hear about today and everything's good for us, 20, 30 years,
yeah,
they're going to go, it actually was terrible.
What a difference, yeah. Yeah, there's going to be stuff like that.
It's going to happen. It's just money-driven stuff. I even, you don't know what it's going to be, but, so many people tear their Achilles.
Yeah, what is
It feels
going
like
on with
everything
that?
is tearing your Achilles, and people think it's because of all the Wi-Fi and electric communications, which is kind of interesting.
Well, also the athletes. I mean, I had a big vertical, but these guys, we didn't have every guy that walks in the gym. He could be 5'9", that could dunk a ball.
Right.
I mean, I was ahead of my time. I was 6'3", and I could dunk with either hand.
Yeah,
and
you were having fun. So you
I was
had
like the
extra-
black guy at Pele
Yeah,
High School.
yeah.
I'm the Italian Lebanese guy,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was the only black kid.
They heard Lebanese and they were like, this is-
Yeah, I was black enough.
yeah.
We had to
Especially
play.
in the Palisades.
Well, we had to play all the black schools, which I love because they
Yeah,
all
yeah.
became my buddies.
Yeah, they loved you.
Oh, by the way, they talk about philosophy and the stuff we joke about that
Yeah.
we playing the fool. They were so funny because you're playing full court, half court, doesn't matter, and you know this. And they still do it. You're in the gym, and it's me and 4 black guys on my team.
Yeah.
And these were all the best guys. You know, they picked me because I was still pretty good. Okay, so I'm the white guy on the.
But you're not really.
No, not really.
Yeah.
But they picked me, and they're throwing the ball. You should. They go, throw me the ball, fool. You know how their voice. You know, the pitch gets about 87 decibels.
Yeah,
Throw me the ball, fool. Throw me the ball. But they're calling
this
me
is what
Rook.
time? This is-
They're calling me by my name.
Yeah.
Rook, and the whole thing. I go, wait a second. So we win 2 or 3 games. I go out to get water. I say, hey guys, I kind of feel out of it. You know, you're calling each other fool. What about me?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I like reverse the whole thing.
Yeah,
you know, name calling or whatever. You go, I want to be a fool too.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was like part of the whole thing. And they go, man, you great. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. And so the idea of just playing in everything, if you can bring that aspect.
I remember sometimes there was my buddy who played basketball. He was on a team, and there was this guy. We would use this all the time. They would get in on each other because of your friends. You know, you're making fun of each other, and they go. And this one guy, he had big teeth. Okay. And this guy, Will, okay, he starts laughing at one of the guys who's digging on one of the other guys. He goes, Will, you ain't safe. Thick ass teeth.
I tell you, the dialogue and stuff, it was just.
You ain't safe. Thick ass teeth. It's just a thick teeth. Oh, man, brutal.
They come up with stuff. You
It's
know,
a funny
every
thing.
kid should be in sports and art.
The
I
ultimate
say it
playground.
on almost time because it doesn't matter what level to learn about social, emotional being, what it means to be a human being, how to let out your emotions, how to control your emotions. I could go on and on and on. Oh, and we will. Our podcast, better known as our next chapter, Deep Play, where people get addicted. They climb those mountains knowing 50% of them are going to get killed.
Wow.
You know, the heights. They take risks, they take chances, knowing that they have a really good chance. It gets in the nervous system, and that's the core of deep play. They're addicted to, well, we're all addicts.
Well,
but,
I think what you find with addicts too is they care a lot.
well,
They care. It's some of the most caring people are
Oh,
addicted
yeah.
to the worst things.
no. Well, remember when extreme sports started on TV?
No.
Extreme sports was like ABC had the wide world of sports,
Okay.
but then there were extreme sports, extreme skiers, extreme this. We became a society, and I was a kid, I still am, of extremes. And when you live in the world of extremes, until you get humor and comic sense to get that balance,
Yeah.
you're in trouble.
Right.
Because, you know, you keep coming up with, well, it sounds like a good idea at the time. I mean, in fact, I told the story, Barry Levinson, the director on Bill Maher, he told a different version of it. He said, well, you know, in the 60s, everybody was so crazy, in 70s and whatever. And Bill was listening, and Barry Levinson said, well, I had a friend. This guy would, you know, take chances and do things, and he did a lot of drugs and all this stuff. He said he'd just be walking down the street, see a bunch of pills on the ground, just random street, pick them up and eat them, get deathly ill, almost died, Barry Levinson, the director, he said, I had to take him to the hospital and the whole thing, and we almost lost him just like this, and I'm sitting by his side at the hospital bed. You know, why did you do something like that? He basically, they could have been good. I mean, that's the thinking.
Right.
That's how stupid we could be.
Yeah.
So there is no cure except common sense and laughing at human stupidity. Because A&I now, man, we got some scary stuff coming. You better have a sense of humor for the future because we don't even know it's real. The stories that you were telling me that we're going to tell on the air that people are seeing, where you can walk into a store and fake a picture showing to a couple.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
That story is frightening.
The one thing that is so interesting to me is and why I think people are the most stupid is like when people are killing each other in wars and everything like that, because there was a point in humanity where there was only 10,000 of us.
Yeah, I know.
There was only 10,000 of us left, and now we get to this place where we think the disease that we have is we know everything.
Boy,
I
what
know.
a disease that is.
I mean, that's why people love gambling.
God.
Because I know.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
know who's going to win.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey talks about it.
The actor?
Yeah. He talks this disease of win. Because he did that movie with Al Pacino. You remember? It was like the gambling
Oh,
movie.
yeah. Yeah, he was good in that. Well, he's always good.
He's good. They both
Yeah,
did it.
yeah.
And he said after that, he thought he could actually do that.
God, actors believe their own. Yeah, they get into character where they think they're gods.
You care so much.
I remember. Yeah. Look at that.
And so he started thinking he could gamble. He was winning a couple things and stuff, and then he started losing, and he was like, it taught me a valuable lesson. I thought I knew. And I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. No, we don't
Wow,
know.
what a way to, and that's the way everyone should be. I don't know.
Yeah, there is a lot of the great people, they talk about doubt. And what's sad is we have, again, I'm not going to talk politics, but we have somebody in charge that knows everything.
That is true, and that's dangerous.
And he can't take the thing I hate, because I never talk about politics, someone that can't take criticism. You know, throughout history, the great kings had a jester that could tell them the truth. Most of them got beheaded. So this king, for their trouble, this king now that we have, if you tell him anything remotely close to the truth, you're fired the next day. The stupid TV show he did, which I never watched, I just heard getting off on firing people, and he apparently still does. When you can't take a criticism, and you have a Congress and you have all these people that might have a good idea, why not listen to a good idea? Because there's got to be some people out there that have a good idea that could help turn this shit world around. And I don't understand politics for that reason, because it's so black and white now, Tony, which we talk about all the time on the show.
I think God creates normal people because those are his favorite. And so I think that it's just, it takes a lot of like really just normal guys, normal women to just do the right thing every day. And I think if that happens, those people that are making those decisions that are evil and that are greed bound and all these things, I think it's a way that you can fight against it. But if people, like normal people, are, because my biggest problem is that we have this phone that has all the answers.
Yeah.
And you can go online and I can have an argument about something and then find the evidence for it, and then someone can go online and find the evidence for their point. And we're not finding common ground. We're just saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
Because I'm right. Because
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Instead of being, the most curious man in the room. So.
Well, I learned everything. I opened that stupid book I wrote when I got pissed off 25 years ago, that I never learned anything from being right, only from being wrong.
Oh my God, yeah.
And so I don't understand. And also, it became, once again, politics. To apologize is a beautiful thing. If you can look at yourself and say you're wrong,
Yeah.
or look in the mirror. Maybe this is why
You're a
people
man.
can't grow, you can't evolve. If you can't say, well, you know what? Even if you need to go to your room and think about it, you get in a fight with your wife or your girlfriend, and you go to your room and you go, you know what? She was right. I'm going to get out of this room and go apologize to her right now. Even though I got to suck it up.
You'll probably get laid. Everything will go your way.
exactly.
And guess what? If there was something that you did and you want to take accountability for, what's wrong with that? It takes away from what your
Personal
pride.
accountability.
I mean,
Yeah, we got to really, people need to be made aware of what they already know is true. What I love about our show is that we're not saying our truth. I told you this, I try and go after universal truths. I try and go after what we all feel, what we all think, and I think that's why I love comedy. Because the great comics are the only ones we can listen to. When Jon Stewart, I read, never watched his show, when I heard he was the most trusted news person, when he had that show on Comedy Central. And then subsequently you see other great comics, whether it's Bill Maher, whether it's Chris Rock, the great late, boy do I miss him, George Carlin. He changed his whole persona and he just said, you know, fuck it. I'm going after the truth and I don't care what people think. And he got aged and he died still young, 70.
that's young.
Yeah, you know, without those people out there trying to tell us some truths, we're just so we're inundated and overwhelmed our whole lives. And anyhow, that's why I had to do it. I'm getting too off the rails because I'm starting to get pissed off thinking about.
Well, you know what is something you taught me?
Am I going to lose my sense of humor doing the show?
Yeah, imagine. Well, I want to talk about two things before we
Okay,
wrap
you
it up.
got it. We could end it on that note, but forget it.
I want to.
No, let's end
I
on
wanted
your
to say
two.
two
Don't
things.
worry about it. I'm just kidding.
The one thing I want to say is this show and what you've taught me is that you can't play prideful, you know, but you can be proud
Of your performance.
to be playing
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah, I like that.
And
Pride goeth before the fall. What
that's
it
it,
was
man.
all that.
That's
yeah.
it. Pride is a crazy thing. And I just want to end it because I want to talk about that guy who he left a comment on your book.
Oh, the criticism.
The criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
you put it on Amazon,
Right.
and and this guy, he buys the book, obviously,
Right.
and he leaves a review, which is a 1-star review. He wasn't happy about it,
Right.
and he said, "What did he say?"
Basically it's redundant. It's not worth reading.
It's not worth reading past the first page.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
what he
worth.
said.
Yeah, it's not worth reading. And it's redundant and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And of course, for our little audience, you want to tell them, or I can tell them.
Yeah. I wanna tell
I opened up my book on page 1. I said, "This is the only page." The preface was, "I've said everything I need to say. If you can't laugh at yourself, And I did. On one page, in about 4 or 5 paragraphs, I expressed the totality of the book. And I said, anybody that goes beyond this, basically you're wasting your time. It's this, it's that. It's just going to do that.
So this guy who made this comment, and you go, "I said everything I need to say on the first page." He doesn't.
He couldn't see his own nose in front of his.
It's just,
right.
it's too. I mean, with
It's
those,
too good. Yeah.
It's too good.
Well,
With
maybe they'll look it up. Maybe it's still
when-
there.
it is still there. Yeah.
Okay.
And so if people want a good laugh, you can see how angry this guy was.
Well, there's criticism. If you listen to everybody that's going to criticize you for this and that, they'll shut you down. And it's out there now. People are just looking to put things down, and there's no more, what's it called? Because you're, oh God, I forgot the word. Because nobody can seek you out. There's no consequence for any of your actions. You can just say, do whatever you want, and it's floating out there with no consequences whatsoever
Right,
for
right.
your actions. So it doesn't matter. So as we say at the end of our little chapter, as Rain would want me to do, keep the change.
Keep the change.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.